quit tripping, because Woodall's flipping her lessons. Chameleon. Don't know if you've heard that one before. Another joke, do you know the difference between a cat and a comma? One has claws at the end of its paws, the other is a pause at the end of a clause. Ba-dum-bum. We've discussed 4 types of commas. The opener comma at the beginning, the interrupter comma in the middle, the compound comma joining 2 clauses, independent clauses that is, and the series comma, or the serial comma. Violent little guy he is. Well, no, you've got to have at least 2 of them. You've got to have at least 3 items that you're separating, and you separate them with commas. So let's talk about each one of these commas. The opener comma. First rule. Use comma to set off an opener after any introductory element in a sentence. You have your opener, you follow it with a comma, and then you have the rest of your sentence. There's several examples. You see, if you start off with a long prepositional phrase, well, in this case, you've got 2. At the end of the game, let's order a pizza. General rule of thumb, if you got 4 more words in your prepositional phrase, you're going to want to follow it with a comma. Like if it were really short, like at my house, we have many people living there, you wouldn't need one. No, I would rather order sub sandwiches. Sentences that begin with yes or no. You follow yes or no with a comma. Jane, whenever you start with Jane, what do you want to order? Oh, look at that sentence in error. It needs a question mark at the end. But a direct address to a person. Well, I'm not sure I can wait that long. After we watch the halftime show, I'll be hungry. Oh, that's one of those awubuses. Those are subordinating conjunctions. Let me try. After, although, as, while, when, until, because, before, if, and since. I think I got them all, but I'm not wearing my reading glasses to make this video, so I'm not 100% sure. Yes, I've got old eyes. Yes, comma, I've got old eyes. Wow, I can't believe we're still talking about this. Well, see, the wow, it's exclamatory, but not too strong, so you can set it off with a comma. But you know, you might also have an exclamation point if you were like, wow, but it's not really that kind of wow. Openers can be 1 word, they can be several words. Also, some of those transition words you start off with, most of them, first, then, for example, for instance, those are set off with commas as well. Openers, introductory elements. Hello, I am a comma. See, that's an opener. Hello, I am a comma. Well, I'm not a comma, I'm not a chameleon, I'm a teacher, a mother, a wife, a child of my mother and father. Anyway, enough of that. Help a thief! Yay! Why aren't you arresting him? Commas, lady. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? That's funny. What kind of comma was needed in that first frame? You are correct if you said an opener comma, help, comma, a thief. Rule number 2, the interrupter comma. Use 2 commas to set off an interrupter, or a phrase that interrupts the main sentence. Example of an interrupter. What's that stuff called that you could take out of the sentence and still make sense? What are you thinking? Yes, a non-restrictive element. One of your 6th grade standards. My dog is coming over here and interrupting me now. So you've got sent and ents, and you got interrupter in the sentence. You see that? Clever. clever scaffold for you there. Some examples. Please take those smelly socks to the garage, Chris, and put them in the washing machine. You see, Chris at the beginning of the sentence would be an opener, but in the middle, Chris is interrupting the sentence. So, we call that interrupter, a non-restrictive element, if you will. My essay, to be perfectly honest, flew out of the bus window while I was riding to school. To be perfectly honest, I don't believe that. You could take that out and it would still make sense. It would just seem, you wouldn't be embellishing on the little story. What you just ate, if you must know, was squid eyeball stew. Oh, that sounds disgusting. I've never had squid eyeball stew. I have been offered sheep's eyeball and brain in Iceland, but I did not go for it. Interrupters always use 2 commas, except if you use different punctuation. What are the 2 other ways you could set that interrupter off? You're thinking. Yes, dashes. Not hyphens, dashes. The M dash, it's longer than a hyphen. If you do type 2 hyphens in Microsoft Word, it'll change it into a hyphen. A dash, I mean. Amazing. Stuff like that. Amazes me. I love language. Pull out the interrupter and the sentence still makes sense. We've said that. It's extra information. Non-restrictive elements, right? However, if you throw however in the middle of your sentence, that's an interrupter. Yeah, it is. But, yes. Sometimes it's an interrupter, but I could show you another way to do it if you had 2 sentences. That would not be an interrupter. Oh, that's extra information that you don't need, though. I'll have to tell you that later. Sometimes, look at this sentence, we're going to learn to cut and paste kids. Commas matter. Sometimes the interrupter is at the end, really, as in this case. Where would you put the comma? Yes, after paste, before kids, yes. Keep those kids alive. Yes, I'm a fan of the compound comma. Compound comma is used with your fanboys. Though I don't know why these fanboys are not in order. Fanboys are called coordinating conjunctions. They are connecting 2 equal parts. Fanboys, if you see them there, you can switch the order up. You've got for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Touch your screen. Put your finger over those fanboys, and you read the sentence on both sides. Make sure you have a complete sentence on each side. If you do, then a comma should precede or come before the coordinating conjunction. Rule number 3, use a comma and conjunction to connect 2 complete sentences. That would be a coordinating conjunction. I really like country music, comma, but I like classical music too. That sentence should really have a comma after music. 2 is an interrupter, you see. Tigers have sharp claws and teeth, comma, and they know how to use them. I will be staying away from the saber-toothed tiger. I'm coughing all the time, comma, so I think I should see a doctor. If you do not have 2 complete sentences, you know you don't need that comma. Put your finger over the but in the last sentence. Jenna is very excited for summer. Doesn't want to go camping. Do you need a comma before the coordinating conjunction in that sentence? No, you do not, because you do not have a complete sentence on to the right of that conjunction. Watch for that. You can lose big points when you get into the higher grades when you mess that one up in your writing. You don't use it with a compound subject. Compound subject like Jack and Diane, two people, compound. The serial comma killer. The series. Series has 3 items or more. You know, if you read 3 books, it's a series, but if you just read 2, they'll be like part 1, part 2. The series comma. Rule number 4. Use commas between items and phrases in a series. Look at the way they did that. So clever. Senti, comma, N, comma, C, comma, and E. They call that last comma optional. I call it the Oxford comma, and I will stand up for that comma for as long as I live. It provides clarity. It makes your writing clear. I'll give you an example of that in a moment, but first let me read these examples that are not as exciting as the ones I found. This morning I woke up, comma, got dressed, comma, brushed my teeth, comma, and ate breakfast. My favorite chips are Mesquite barbecue, comma, Cool Ranch, comma, and garden salsa. He went to the store to buy milk, comma, butter, comma, and eggs. John typed the letter, Mary copied it, and I mailed it. Notice these all have series commas. They have circled the last one, calling it optional. I call it necessary. I like it. However, if you choose to lose the Oxford comma, be consistent. The general rule of thumb is to be consistent. Never put a comma after and. Always, those commas are always preceding the conjunctions. Perhaps you were like this guy before you entered Miss Woodall's class. I have trouble with punctuation. I just don't have any comma sense. Ba-dum-bum-sh. I'm not just a fan of the Oxford comma. I am defending it. You can have my Oxford comma when you pry it from my cold, comma, dead, comma, and lifeless hands. 3 items. See, I've got that comma there after dead, the Oxford comma. Don't take it from me. The importance of the Oxford comma is demonstrated here. I like cooking, my family, and my pets. Use commas. Don't be a psycho. Could you correct that sentence to make it Oxford comma friendly? I like cooking, comma, my family, comma, and my pets. Now, another problem exists other than my dog interrupting me. Sometimes you have I think it's, the word is superfluous. It's extra, unnecessary, unneeded, comma. Stop clubbing, comma, baby seals. Baby seals are not dancing on the dance floor. They are not going to the clubs. They are not clubbing. Stop clubbing. Stop hitting those poor little baby seals. Stop clubbing baby seals. See, commas can make all the difference. Sometimes you use them too frequently, sometimes not enough. What you need to remember. Are there 4 types of commas? Remember how to use them. Think to yourself, do I know all the 4 types? Let's see, let's review. The opener comma, the interrupter comma, the compound comma, and the serial comma, or the series comma. Thank you for watching my presentation. And remember, quit tripping, 'cause what all's flipping?